Today we're talking about the amazing benefits of a preparation environment. Thanks for being with us here at the Better Sundays podcast at reachkeep.com. Welcome to the Better Sundays podcast. Focused, practical, and usable advice for church leaders looking to reach new young families and impact their community. Howdy. Mike Holmes here in studio, and we are talking about how to kill your church by not preparing. Not talking about not preparing sermons or teaching, but not preparing for Sundays in general. I'm going to give you some amazing benefits that you're going to find when you turn your church into what we call a preparation environment. In other words, it's a place where people walk in and they go, wow, they were ready for me. So thanks for being with us here. My name is Mike Holmes. I am the founding pastor at the Sinclair Baptist Church and the director of reachkeep.com, here to help you out with just some plain old practical stuff that we have learned over the years, really, by being in hundreds of churches and serving and talking to hundreds and probably thousands now of pastors across North America and really overseas as well. So anyway, I'm glad that you're here. This is something that is near and dear to my heart, that we learn how to be ready for guests. Our church needs to shout out like we're ready for you. We're expecting guests. And many folks, or many people, not just the pastor, but the church folks too, they get into the routine, they fall into regularism, okay, and ritualism, and we don't really have that hunger for brand new people. And I'm telling you something, when you have a hunger for new people coming in the door, it shows. I'm telling you what, you can smell it when there is a desire for people to be there, and you're ready and you're excited. But I can tell you something, the opposite of it smells just as well, and it's not a good smell. Now, I've got just a few things in my notes we're going to go through here. I want to try to keep this short. I want to encourage you to listen to the other podcasts that we put out, a longer format podcast. It's called An Interview with Eric Ross, and it really has to do with rescuing a dying church. And Eric lays out some things that were done in this church that was just on death's door that he did to rescue this thing. And this really goes right along with it. But I'm going to give you this is the short summary version of how to have a preparation environment and the benefits of it. When you have an environment that is a preparation environment, there are certain things that come into land there. And when you have an environment that is not a preparation environment, there's things that come and they bounce right off, okay? People, boing, givers, boing, volunteers, boing. They're gone, okay? We need to be ready, and we're going to talk all about that. Going to give you some specific things, and also this is kind of a part one. I have a part two that has to do with more specific things that a pastor can do kind of through his sermon and through his preparation and through his speaking that will show how to create a preparation environment. So let me just jump right into these several things here. A preparation environment is a target for, okay, in other words, boom, it's a target for benevolence. Just the idea that people want to be involved. They want to give. They want to do what is there. They want to serve. That's one of the things that we have. People want to serve when they see that everything is ready, whatever. That's like, boom, it's a service target. It's a preparation for participation, okay, where people would come and want to land and get involved because they see like, hey, you're ready for me, and this is a great place I want to be. It is a preparation environment is a place for people to sign up for things and to fill out their cards. Many churches have a problem with not getting information from their visitors, okay? When you are a preparation environment and it just really smells like you're ready for guests and you are on top of things, people will fill out those cards, they will sign up for things, they will volunteer for things, and it will give you a a bunch of vibrant volunteers as well. They will be ready. And when you are ready, Pastor, and it starts to kind of ooze out into everything else, your volunteers get ready and they start showing up early and their classrooms are ready and kids are like excited for what is going on, because a preparation environment is like a contagious disease. I mean, it's just like the good kind of COVID. It's like people want, it's not like social distance, it's social attraction. People want to be there. And you and I need to do what it takes to make this preparation environment. It is, as I mentioned, benevolence. It is a target for tithes and offerings. When people see that you're ready, they see that you're on top of things, they see that you are, you have a program, you're ready to go, you're spending money on good things, you know what's going on, you got a building program, you got this thing, you got that, all of that, they go, I am in. I am part of that. Count me in. I want to be involved. And a preparation environment is lastly something that gets people involved with leadership. Leaders don't go, I'm staying away from that. Okay, well, I'm staying away. They are proud to get involved, and they're like, where can I serve? How can I get involved? How can I do that? People want to be involved with something where people are prepared and ready to go. Now, that is just a short, simple summary, but this is such an important concept that we get. Sermon prep is super important, and pastors put hours and hours and hours into it, but you need to put hours and hours and hours into some of the other stuff as well. Again, I want to encourage you to listen to the Eric Ross interview. I'll put a link to it here so that you can get to it. Through at the bottom of the notes here on YouTube, or if you're watching this on our podcast, you can search for it here. It's the last one that we just put up. But you and I need to make sure that we are prepared at every level, not just the preaching and the teaching, and that is super important. And folks, make sure that you're ready for that. But you and I need to make sure that we have done our Sunday prep as well as our sermon prep. So join me on the next podcast here, because the next one we're going to talk about some very specific things that pastors can do with their sermons to kind of help that people kind of create that anticipation there and they want to come back because they know something is coming. So anyway, if this has been helpful, subscribe. Got another one coming here real soon. We appreciate all of you that give us the thumbs up and hit the like button and all those kind of things. So thank you so much. And thanks for being with us here at the Better Sundays podcast at reachkeep.com.